Hi, Creative Play families and everybody else joining us today. I'm Miss Paige. We're going to do our Creative Play lesson at your homes today. Luckily, it's materials that you guys should have, and it's easily adaptable. So right now, with everybody being home, it's hard to go places or to see other people or to see new things, right? But we do have a way to do some of those things through books. So I hope that you and your families have been taking a little bit of this time at home to read and to explore new places through books and meet awesome characters and be inspired. I certainly have. Which was good inspiration for today's Creative Play project. So we're going to look at an art form called collage. So that means that we're taking different materials and putting them together into one piece. In our case, it's all two-dimensional, meaning flat. So it's all going to be paper items. So if you can look, this is the front page of the book that I made as an example. So a few things about it, right? So I didn't draw all of these plants in. They came from a magazine that was all about gardening. But I did draw the bird, and then I colored him in. And I actually started with a paper where I drew him in a couple different ways. So, for your character, whatever you decide your character is, I would encourage you to draw them, and to draw them maybe from a couple of different views or perspectives, right? So if it's a person, they could be standing or sitting or walking, or you could see them up close or far away. Because whatever you decide for your story, you need a character. Your backgrounds are easily collaged then. So the blue for my sky was just blue construction paper that I had. And even the birdhouse that I made is all construction paper, and then I drew in the extra lines for like the roof tiles or the door for the entrance. But you can collage or draw. You can use plain paper, you can use magazine paper, you could use newspaper, whatever you have handy. You could even include photos if you're allowed. Like if you had family photos and wanted to make your storybook about family, as long as you get permission from adults in your house, though, first. So for your story, you're going to need some sort of paper to put it on, right? Because we want your story to be at least a couple pages long. It doesn't have to be like a novel that's super heavy and has tons and tons of pages. Your book doesn't even have to have words if you don't want. So for your book, you're going to need some paper, right? So we need something to glue onto, and which means we need glue. You're probably going to need some scissors so that you can cut out the images that you want. You're also going to need some other paper that you could draw things. So if you can't find it in a magazine, you could draw those elements, color them, and then glue them into your book. The other thing you may want is a stapler. I attached mine on the side, so I folded the pages, but then I stapled it so that they all stay together and nothing's going to fall out. So you can look around you for inspiration. I certainly did. I don't know about you guys, but I've been waking up to the sound of birds lately outside my window, singing in the morning, which has been really nice. So I decided I wanted to make my story about a little bird. And he sort of goes on some adventure. So he's flying above all of these trees, and we're not quite sure where he's going yet because I haven't added words to make it the story. But you guys can sort of guess. So what do you see going on in this one? So first it looks like he's found some fruit bowls. Maybe he crashed somebody's picnic. Looks like he found some flowers. Found an entire garden to explore. And then you'll notice that he finds this little shed or a little house. Looks sort of similar to the one on the front, but a bigger version, right? And so he decides there is a little tiny vase on the door that my bird decides to leave a flower to thank the people. So maybe he was searching and found some fruit and decided he wanted a little bit of that from that picnic and wanted to explore their garden, but wanted to leave a little thank you. But it could be a different story entirely, too. Could you come up with a different story of what the little bird was doing? Or why he was at these different places? So come up with your own story. See what character you want to use. You could use an animal. You could use a person. You could use an inanimate object and bring it to life, right? It could be anything at all. But stories are a great way to communicate right now, right? So you can share a story with the people that are in your house. You could even make a phone call and share your story, right? Or if you're able to, you could mail it to another family member, like grandparents I'm sure would love to see your artwork. But see what you come up with. Be creative. There's no right or wrong for this one. If you want to add words, you absolutely can. If you want to leave it more open-ended and sort of mysterious, you can do that as well. Be sure to post some images with the help of an adult in your house to our Facebook page here, so that we can see what you come up with. I absolutely adore seeing all of the projects when we meet for creative play, and I don't want to miss out on that for sure. So post what you come up with, and follow along on our Hoyt Imagines Facebook page and on our website for more activities and projects that you can do at home going forward. All right, until next time, see ya.